The name, not let it go. The name is Rennie RenWah. I met you, Rennie RenWah, aka the super photographer Rennie RenWah, the hotshot photog Rennie RenWah. And as the name implies, the field would be photography. That's the field, anything visual, photography, videography, things of that nature. Yeah, I can't. Photographer based out of New York, Brooklyn, New York, born and raised Brooklyn, New York, lived in North Carolina for a little while. Also, been shooting photography or shooting photographs since about 1992. And been doing it professionally for the past 6 years. And when I say professional, I mean in the realm of getting paid, not just calling yourself professional, you know. But for about 6 years, I've been shooting professionally. What inspires me? It's a plethora of things that inspire me. I don't have anything in particular that I would look toward or look to for inspiration. But I find inspiration in a multitude of things. It could be a beer bottle laying on the ground, a light switch, I don't know, lint on a shirt, sweater. It doesn't matter. It depends on what it is and how it moves me in that moment. What photographers inspire me? Now this may sound a little bit narcissistic of me, but I don't know of too many photographers. I know of them, but I couldn't bring them up by name or anything because I really don't follow photographers, because I feel like you pay attention to someone too much or you look at their work enough, it starts to influence your work. Subconsciously, you don't realize that you're copying things. But if I had to say of photographers that would inspire me, it probably would be Gordon Parks as one photographer that inspires me. I like his work, find his work kind of interesting, and I was just put on to Robert Frank, who was a street photographer from around, I guess, like the 50s, somewhere around that era, and he's pretty good, but I really don't follow so many photographers. Sorry. No, I wasn't. Everything I learned on my own. Self-schooled, if you will say. My father was a photographer. Learned a few things from him. Not that he taught me anything, but he didn't realize I was paying attention. And he was a photographer for a while. And I learned just being in the background, watching, seeing what was going on. I prefer digital because it's instant gratification. You know, you get to see exactly what you've done right in that moment. Film, I like also, you know, but it has its pros, you know. I guess what I like about film is you really don't know what you got till after you get it from the laboratory after it being developed. I still have film that I look at now and I'm trying to figure out what's on it. And, you know, when I take it to get it developed, it's kind of exciting. Like, you're anxious waiting to see, but digital, I like it because there's an immediate knowing, gratification. What do I like to shoot? I like to shoot anything. If it's interesting in that moment, I'll shoot it. But if I had to choose anything to shoot, I think I would say I like to shoot like dark images more so than anything. Something that's kind of dark. Yeah. I prefer strobe lighting over them all because it gives you absolute control of what your the look is gonna be. Constant, it's cool, but you know you're limited. And natural lighting the same. You're limited, and especially with natural lighting, you really gotta wait. You have to wait on time of the day, and you know situations in regards to that. It's very what are you looking? What's the word I'm looking for? It's It's not consistent. You know what I mean? It's very random, natural lighting. But strobe lighting I prefer more so than anything, because like I said, you get absolute control of your look and how the image is lit. Canon, and not for any other reason than the fact that this was the first camera DSLR that I own. I don't have anything against the other cameras. Right now this interview is being recorded on a Nikon, so but I prefer Canon because this is the first one that I picked up. I use a Canon 400D DSLR. I have a analog camera, a Minolta Maxim 7000. Still shoot film. Yes, still shoot film. I have a 50mm 1.4, 50mm 1.8, both prime. 75 to 300 telephoto, and a 18 to 55 mid-range focal range lens. Number of strobe lights. I use mono lights also. You know, the norm. Gobos, reflectors, so on and so forth. How would I describe my style? I would describe my style kind of gritty, a little to the dark side of things. On the dark side of things is what I would describe it. For instance, I've shot a Christmas card for a family, and though it was a Christmas card, you know, it looked kind of, you know, airy, like vintage. Like I like that, like a dark, shadowy, contrasty look in my images. It's a really strong contrast. I use a lot of contrast in my images. I find it more appealing. Currently I'm working on a project wherein I'm shooting old people, well, our elders, the wise ones. Yeah, I'm shooting these people at a adult daycare. Sounds crazy, right? But yeah, that's what I'm working on currently. Recently did a project with a partner of mine, longtime friend, Aka Ann. We did a project called She Loves Me Not, film noir, mini film. I've done a number of still movies, and you know, I've done quite a few things. I shot a little campaign for this clothing company called Rich and Joe, which is also a comic strip. And pretty much that's it. I do a lot of work with various models and things of that nature, you know, but nothing along the lines of Verizon or you know, ESPN, not as of yet. Now, what I like to shoot? I don't know. I think I like to shoot Natalie Raitano. I mean, y'all don't know who that is, right? There's a white chick from that show that used to come on with this lady. What's that chick name? Pamela Anderson, VIP. She was a bad white chick. So yeah, I'd like to shoot her. But I really can't say. Anyone, you know, you could be a Joe Schmo if you're interested. I'll shoot you.